Is the next stage of your CILA exam journey taking Diploma 1? I know from many of my students that they regard the move from certificate level to the diploma level as an absolute quantum leap, and they are really concerned about it. However, when I explain to them that it is in line with the natural career progression of an adjuster, then that normally helps a little. So let me explain what I mean to you. When you take the certificate level, they are multi-choice exam questions with set exam material created by CILA for you to revise from. You are spoon-fed to a certain extent. However, the thing about claims is they don't follow the book. I know, I've tried reading the book to claims and they don't listen to me. So the diploma level is then moving you to the next level of your career. It's asking you to think about the subjects that you might be finding in reality when dealing with claims in general, and then applying those to the particular circumstances of the claim you are actually dealing with. It's applying the principles, not just reciting them. In loss adjusting, you could be going on site and end up writing reports. And when you write reports, it won't be on a multi-choice basis. You will have to write paragraphs under headings. So the diploma exam is based on you writing a short paragraph answer based on a scenario that you are dealing with and applying the principles that you have learnt, either from your certificate qualifications or the recommended reading material or from other resources that you have researched. So don't be afraid of it. It's all part and parcel of your career progression. So simply hold your nose and jump. You will swim and not sink, I promise you. The main recommended reading material for Diploma 1 is Property Insurance Claims, Law and Practice by Malcolm Hyde and Graham Bartlett. The book is available from the CILA website, and you are going to need to read that book. The other essential reading is the syllabus. And where it says you must thoroughly understand a subject, then you do, as you can be pretty certain you are going to get a question on it. However, you will also get questions on other areas as detailed in the syllabus, so you need to revise everything on that syllabus. You will also note that not all of the aspects of the syllabus are covered in the book, because it's not a course book, but a recommended text. You therefore need to carefully check the syllabus, and some of it assumes prior knowledge, which has been gained in the certificate CH1, CH2 and CH3 or CH4 exam courses, depending on which one of the latter two you have taken. But let's quickly give you an overview of the syllabus. The thoroughly understand subjects are utmost good faith, the duty of fair presentation, insurable interest and indemnity. And then there is a much longer list of subjects that you also need to understand. And these are claims procedures, including onus of proof, acceptance forms, forms of discharge, assignment, mandates, validation of quantum, and then the FCA handbook in relation to ICOBS 8. There is also the role of the Insurance Fraud Bureau, and some of the legal aspects also come back into Diploma 1, relating, for example, to the law of contract, including the contra preferentium rule, offer, acceptance and consideration, and then you have bailment. The law of tort comes back in, including negligence, nuisance and trespass, and also the rule in Rylands versus Fletcher, and also the defences in tort. In addition, there's strict liability, absolute liability and statutory duty. As ever, when learning to be an adjuster, it is exceedingly useful to know a number of the acts and at least an outline of what is considered under each one of them. So the ones that Diploma 1 wish you to consider are the Rehabilitation of Offenders Act 1974, the Unfair Contract Terms Act 1977, the Law of Property Act 1925, the Supply of Goods and Services Act 1982 as amended in 1994, the Public Order Act 1986 and the Riot Compensation Act 2016. Then there is the Consumer Insurance Disclosure and Representations Act, known as CIDRA 2012, the Insurance Act 2015 and the Theft Act 1968. Details of the sections that you need to actually have an understanding of are detailed in the syllabus, but I won't bore you with all of those now. Download the syllabus from the CILA website and create your own revision plan around it. For those of you who took CH1, CH2, 3 or 4, you will actually notice that you have covered some of those topics already. However, some of you will have had exemptions from those papers, and you may have to do a bit more research than just the recommended reading. You will find lots of information available on the internet, so you can always put the topics in and check the results. And there is also the CILA library as well, which you will have access to as a student. The study time recommended for the diploma exam is between 50 and 60 hours. Have Ted and I done anything to help you? Well, yes. I have created a Diploma 1 course for revision, which is basically a compilation album. You will need to do further reading, but it gives you some of the framework, and it gives you, with Ted's help, a few reminders of the key points. Actually, quite a lot of the key points. And it also revisits the elements that you covered in CH1 and CH2 that are relevant to the diploma. And therefore, for those of you who had certificate exemptions, it will actually fill in some of those gaps. I have also created a series of shorter courses that might just fill in a particular gap, such as the areas of contract law, statute or tort. And there's also one on exam hints and tips to assist with revision plans and time management of your answers. All of these are available as Sue and Ted podcasts from my website at www.suetaylor.co.uk. And in the show notes you will find the links to all of these courses. So all I have to do now is to wish you all the best from Ted and myself. Good luck.